Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Sim Heijen and I believe in dragons. And welcome again in the Belgian forest. But I would like to tell you something more about the Dragon's Path and my experiences, because that is what I do. That is why I do these videos. And I would like to tell you something about uh, something of myself, because I like to share my experiences. I have a lot of experience, I could say, on my own path, on my draconic path that I'm taking. And so one of these most important parts of the path that I'm taking was the rejection of my path. The rejection that I did. I was afraid to go on the dragon's path. Afraid of many reasons. Afraid of change. Afraid of maybe the dragon is something bad. Even though I was so enchanted by the dragon, I was still resisting it. But the dragon was had enough of this, and just I had to know everything. So I had to know everything there is to know about the dragon's path, because my dragon had enough of my doubts and the fact that I'm pushing her away. Um, so the dragon was not pleased. I could say at least. They were not pleased at all. The dragon would he was so, yeah, upset, not angry, but upset about me pushing her away. And then she said, I had enough of this. This is just, this is crap. I have enough of this. Just, I'll show you the dragon. Even though she was a dragon. But she showed me much more than only her. That there is another place. That there is another places. That we are only living in one part of it. And so these places, when I'm taking her hand, one of these places was called the Dragon Realm. That I call, of course, because I felt more than one dragon there. It was like this world, but it's more like different, and yet it's the same. It's difficult to say. And it felt so short. It's just like that it was so pleasing to be there, so amazing to be there, and everything that I felt so right. That every second that I was there just seemed like nothing. So they say that I was living this life in these 5 months like there was nothing inside of me. So that I was even cutting myself because I didn't know any better. Because a part of me was gone. And that is where I should have known that there is a draconic spirit in those who are following the dragon. That moment I should have known that, but I was always refusing this, to say that humans are not worthy. And that is also because I saw the dragon soul and felt the dragon soul, that the dragon is much more than a human in my eyes. And whenever I'm feeling them, I feel much more energy than a human being. So yeah, people can be angry with me for feeling this, but I feel this. It's my experience. And yeah, so I came back to this place and everything changed. And that was where was afraid of, this change. This change was so hard. It was like hitting me with a hammer so hard. And I was really having a lot of troubles with being here, like an awakened soul that is something completely new, that is remembering a life that I never had even before, that I was remembering. It drove me crazy. And the dragon was actually very kind of very, yeah, that moment, Tiamat even felt like a real mother. Tiamat was actually having compassion with me. I remember this very well, for being so confused, for not knowing what I had to do now. Because I couldn't go somewhere to some kind of a priest to say what I have to do. I did not know. I was reaching out in the dark, and I didn't know what to do. And it drove me crazy. This new awakened soul was a complete new life. It was something that could feel so much more, that was awakened. Who could help me in the beginning? No one. So I had to do this alone. And in the hard way, um, I learned a lot, because I was not distracted by anyone. I could learn, I could listen to the dragon, I could know about heaven and earth, I could know about Leviathan, Tiamat, and all the dragon gods. They visited me while I was thinking that I was the only one in the world who was seeing and believing and feeling dragons. But I was not the only one in the world, but I only came to know this later on. The dragon's path is like a bit like reaching out in the dark for not knowing what you have to do. It's like it is, even though sometimes it's hard to live in this world where humans are, that you are not 100% the same like them, that you have to let your dragon fall sometimes, let them sleep for becoming a whole human. You have to do this sometimes, you have no choice in order to do so. And some people on the dragon's path just cannot do this once the dragon is awakened. And this can lead to depression, very harsh depression. So, my brothers and sisters, it's sometimes difficult and sometimes we need each other. But in the path, we need to reach out of our own. We are never truly alone. The dragon is always with us, and they are the ones who have to show us the way. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.